Hello YouTube, this is Ford back with another short teaching. Today's topic is absolute must-have resources. If you want to study the Bible, it doesn't take a lot, but there are a few resources that you will need. When I was preparing this, I was thinking about H.G. Wells' book, The Time Machine. And the original movie was made with Rod Taylor, was the professor who went to the future. And when he came back and they were going to rebuild the future, he took several books with him. I'm pretty positive that one of those books was the Bible and several other books. So his thinking, apparently, was in the future we're going to need the Bible. God's Word has existed in one form or another for literally thousands of years, and there is a reason for that. But three books that you should absolutely own if you're going to study the Bible in any kind of a serious way at all. Obviously, the very, very first one is a Bible. We have talked about that in another little topic. You can reference that. I have my personal preferences from having studied quite a bit of the original languages, especially Greek. But the Bible I would recommend would be a New American Standard Bible or the English ESV, English Standard Version Bible. The second book that you're going to need is a good dictionary. I am going to create a little video on some electronic resources that you can carry on your phone that will, in a very real sense, mirror these items. But what happens if there really is a grid down situation and your phone runs out of juice and your other things run out of juice? Now, you could have a little solar that might be able to charge it, and that's obviously very good choice. But there's a little saying, 2 is 1 and 1 is none, and it really pays to have a print version of certain books that you cannot duplicate. So a very good dictionary. I like the New World Dictionary. There are quite a few good dictionaries out there. Merriam-Webster has a very good dictionary, and a minimum at the collegiate level or above, so that you're going to get enough words that you will be able to look up some etymologies, in other words, where the words come from, etc., etc. Now, I actually like some of the little older dictionaries better because they're, how do I want to say this? I think just a little bit truer to the real meanings of words. Language does change. It does. And so I really like a little bit better some of the older versions, a little bit older versions. I'm not talking way old, but I'm talking, in the last few decades ago, versions that are quite good. So a Bible, a dictionary, and the third thing that you really, really need in print form is a exhaustive concordance, a very good concordance. You will need and use this because you'll think of a verse that you've read before, but you just can't put it all together where the address of that verse is. So if you have a number of key words in that verse, you can look it up in your exhaustive concordance. What do I recommend? I recommend a Strong's Exhaustive Concordance. And that has every verse, including all the these and thus and those little words even included in the concordance. So you will be able to look anything up and get one that also has, and most of them do, the Greek words and the Hebrew words. And even if you're not a scholar, you can look these up and get a fuller understanding of what that word meant in the original language, and that is important. My wife and I took a trip this summer for about 3 months with our fifth wheel, and we went all over, and I just instinctively grabbed 2 books off my shelf, and it was the ESV Study Bible, which is a behemoth. It weighs like about 4 or 5 pounds and has many, many thousands of references. And also I took the NASB, the Zondervan Study Bible in New American Standard. Those are just some things, but you need a Bible, a dictionary, a good one, and a concordance. Hey, we'll be back with another one talking about the electronic versions of these. Thanks.